Before dawn, Daniel stared at his reflection and almost walked away from his barbershop forever. The scissors in his hand felt heavier than ever. One customer was about to change his life, but not in the way anyone expected. Before we begin, if you enjoy motivational stories that inspire real change, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new story. Most people think a barber only cuts hair, but sometimes a barber is the last person standing between someone and giving up on life. This is the story of a man whose greatest haircut had nothing to do with hair. It had everything to do with hope. Every morning, Daniel unlocked his small neighborhood barbershop before sunrise. He cleaned the mirrors. He arranged every tool with care. He believed that one day his little shop would become the most trusted barbershop in town. But reality was different. Business became slower every week. Customers stopped coming. Some days, Daniel spent hours staring at the empty barber chair, hoping someone would walk through the door. One evening, he counted the money in the cash register. It wasn't enough to pay next week's rent. He quietly closed the register and looked across the silent shop. For the first time, he wondered if it was time to give up. The next morning brought even worse news. A brand new luxury barbershop opened just down the street. It was bigger, brighter, modern. Many of Daniel's regular customers walked in there instead. He watched them leave without saying a word. It felt like years of hard work disappeared in front of his eyes. Daniel tried everything. He lowered his prices. He handed out flyers. He worked longer hours, but nothing changed. Late one night, he packed his scissors and combs into a small box. Maybe tomorrow would be his final day. Just as he reached for the lights, the shop door slowly opened. A teenage boy walked inside. His clothes looked old, his hair was overgrown. He looked nervous. He quietly asked, "How much for a haircut?" Daniel told him the price. The boy opened his wallet. There were only a few dollars inside. He looked down in embarrassment and slowly turned toward the door. Daniel looked at the empty barber chair. Then he looked back at the boy. He smiled gently. "Sit down," he said. "This haircut is free." The boy froze for a moment. Then he quietly sat in the chair. Daniel carefully trimmed his hair. They talked while the haircut continued. The boy explained that he had a job interview the next morning. He had already been rejected several times. He believed people judged him before he even had a chance to speak. Daniel listened carefully. He didn't rush. He treated the young man like his most important customer. When the haircut was finished, the boy looked into the mirror. For the first time in weeks, he smiled. Before leaving, he looked at Daniel and quietly said, "Thank you for believing in me." Daniel simply smiled back. He watched the boy disappear down the street. He had no idea if he would ever see him again. A week later, the shop door opened once more. It was the same young man, but this time, everything was different. He wore clean interview clothes. His face was full of confidence. He had gotten the job. He thanked Daniel again and insisted on paying for both haircuts. Then he told his family, his friends, his co-workers. Soon, more people started visiting Daniel's shop. Not because it was the cheapest, but because people trusted the man behind the chair. Business didn't become successful overnight. There were still difficult days, unexpected expenses, long working hours. But Daniel stopped chasing customers. Instead, he focused on serving every person with kindness, patience, and respect. Every haircut became more than a service. It became a fresh start, a conversation, a moment of confidence. Months passed. The chairs stayed full. People waited outside before the shop even opened. Daniel finally paid off his debts. He hired another barber, then another. His dream had finally become reality. Looking back, Daniel realized something important. Success didn't begin when the shop became busy. It began the moment he chose kindness instead of fear. If you're struggling today, remember this. Your biggest breakthrough may arrive on your hardest day. Never underestimate the power of one small act of kindness. One conversation can restore someone's confidence. One opportunity can change a life. And one decision can completely change your future. The first lesson is this: skill may open doors, but character keeps them open. The second lesson is simple: success is built through small actions repeated every single day. And the third lesson: when you help someone without expecting anything in return, life often rewards you in ways you never imagined. Remember this quote: success is not about lifting yourself higher, it's about lifting others while you climb. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this story with someone who needs it today.